morning and welcome to the mid-morning show. I'm so glad you're able to join us this morning. This is a Farmers Media where we connect, learn and grow. My name is Mary Oswero.
And I am Regina Ayanai.
Yes, to this morning we have a very interesting topic, but before we mention it, ensure you follow us on our social media platforms. We are live on YouTube at Farmers Media, on Facebook at Farmers Media, on Twitter at @farmers_media, and on our website www.farmersmedia.com.
Again, this is a Farmers Media where we connect, learn and grow. This is the mid-morning show, the one and only show that takes us to the deep world of understanding of what really fuels our farms.
Yes, nowadays we love talking about farming a lot, but today we are here with livestock farming.
Yeah.
This is a unique one. This is a different one. The mid-morning show. I'm so excited about this topic because my co-host is a pastoralist.
Yes, I'm a pastoralist. And you know, pastoralists, we are very passionate about livestock because livestock is mainly our livelihood. Yeah, and pastoralists move a lot. They move from one place to another to look for water and pasture.
In our studios nowadays, when we see animals, we normally point to her and tell her,
yeah. Yeah, like they literally see anything and say that is Ayan. Like when they see the cows, that is Ayan. But
the love of animals.
Yes, I love animals, especially livestock.
We are already on the 10th of August 2023. Mwezi inaenda mbio sana.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that because around 2 weeks and we are done with the month. So each and every day we have a new topic. Each and every day we are learning differently. We are getting new experiences and feedback from you, our viewers. We really appreciate and we hope that mtaendelea na sijui ni hiyo moyo ama huo moyo umejua ama ni Kiswahili si mdomo changu, but anyway, today we have a very interesting topic. Livestock health management. If at all you are a livestock farmer, we are here for you today.
Yeah.
Is that day.
You should definitely listen to this show because you will learn a lot from pest control to other types of things we are going to talk about. Make sure that you are tuning in.
And definitely you'll also get to know that animals also have feelings. If you never knew about that, today we are going to tell you about that.
Yeah, animals are just like human beings. So when you see an animal, treat it like the way you can treat your child. That's what I usually tell you guys. Because animals feel pain, they experience stress, and today we are going to talk about all that in this particular show.
And if at all you've always wanted to be a livestock farmer, at least after listening to us today, you'll be encouraged to venture into the livestock farming, and we say industry.
Yeah, anyway, Mary, before we delve into this amazing topic, I'd like to ask you, how was your day? Like, how was your night?
I did sleep, but you will not notice because I can talk.
Okay.
Yes.
You talk while sleeping or what?
No, I can talk. When I come to the show, you won't even notice if I have any problem. My eyes might be heavy, but I thank my director. At least she has cheered me up, and now I'm no longer sleepy. I'm going to try to run this show in the perfect way possible, thanks to our director, Doti.
For me, I woke up today very early in the morning, and I found out that it had rained.
And you did hear?
I didn't. No, I told you I slept soundly. I didn't even realize that it was raining until in the morning. I was shocked seeing the mud everywhere.
Not even stealing from you. Someone can steal you and you're just sleeping.
Yeah, but anyway, those areas that have been blessed by the rain, they are farmers. I know farmers are very happy right now in those particular areas, and that is a blessing. In Kitengela, I don't baridi na vumbi.
I don't know where the rain started beating Kitengela because I've never seen rain here ever since I came to this side. Anyway, livestock health management is our main topic of the day. We're going to talk about the preventive measures and also the disease control. So if at all you have any problem with your livestock, ensure you stay tuned, you keep streaming, continue liking our content, continue sending your feedbacks and your comments and your questions. If at all you don't understand anything, we'll try and answer all of them.
Yeah, and once again, we're here for you. We are here to educate you. We are here to talk with you. We're here to learn from you also. So if you have something that you want to add on this session, you go to the comment section, add something there, or ask any questions. We are here to answer them.
Yeah, so first of all, maintaining the health of livestock definitely ensures the well-being of the animals and also assures the quality and safety of the products obtained from them, such as milk. You know, we get milk from different animals. Do you have milk from camels?
Yes, like I've drank milk from camels.
How does it taste?
It is good. It's really good. You know, a lot of people say that drinking milk from camels is not healthy, or they have never drank milk from camel, but it's absolutely healthy.
I have never.
You have never. Maybe I should bring some milk to you when I go home. I make sure that I keep some in my fridge, and then
How about
I'll
meat?
bring it. Meat. I've eaten. Yeah, that is what I've been consuming since I was a child.
Wow.
Yeah, I've eaten camel meat. I don't think there is any type of livestock that I haven't eaten meat.
Umekula ya nyoka?
Not really. Nyoka ni livestock.
Okay, it seems you talked about animals.
Oh, okay. No, I mean livestock. Nyoka, I don't know if I've ever eaten it because
Maybe you have eaten it and you don't know.
yes, because you go in the shops buying every kind of food, these packed food, the Chinese ones,
Have you
and you
ever
don't know
eaten
what.
dog meat? I have
No,
a feeling I have when actually that thing was
that is very
trending.
funny.
There was a thing in Naivasha.
Mhm.
I think it was in Kenya was back there.
Can't stop laughing. Sorry.
So many. I don't. Let me not say farmers. So many people are slaughtering dogs and making smokies out of them.
Really?
Yes, and
That's
visited
not
Naivasha.
nice.
Our school had visited Naivasha at that time, and you know, when you're from a boarding school and you find smoky, you will not even care whether it's from a cow or even a dog.
Now
So
my
just
doubts are
watch.
confirmed. It has been confirmed. My doubts.
It was tasting kind of weird, but umetoka you just eat and you've already spent your money there.
Then maybe you have taken it without knowing, but we never know. But at least
You do it without knowing.
I prefer taking something without knowing than knowing it. Like I know that this is the dog meat and I want to eat it. No,
It's so hard. But
Yeah, it's hard.
There are some people who eat.
but they should stop that because you don't have to sell people such kind of meat.
But
It's bad.
anyway, so if you take good care of your animals, definitely you'll have good products like milk, meat, and even eggs. When I'm talking about livestock, at some point I'll even include poultry a little bit. But if you want good eggs, take care of your animals properly.
Yeah.
Let's talk about livestock health management. So under livestock health management, I'm first going to measure on regular checkups. And just like humans, Ayan was saying that you should treat your animals like human beings.
Yes.
So just like humans, animals benefit from periodic health checkups. Regular examination can catch potential health issues early. So
Yeah.
when you have an animal, it doesn't have to be sick in order for you to call a vet,
Yes.
a veterinary doctor. You just call your veterinary doctor anytime to check on your animals.
Yeah.
So that if at all the animal has any problem that you didn't identify early enough, it can be identified and it can be treated early enough so that you avoid these cases of animals dying.
Yeah, and again, I always say that prevention is better than cure because prevent your animals from these kind of things, these kind of diseases and pests by calling a veterinarian each and every time to regular check these kind of animals. And then there is nutrition. Ensure that your animals have a balanced diet because
Before
it
we
is.
continue, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
In your place, do you regularly check your animals? Do you call the veterinary doctors? Because you know, in your case, you people have so many animals.
Yeah, for me, what honestly, according to how I've observed, even the animals that we keep, my father is also a livestock keeper, and according to how I have observed personally, I don't think they call the veterinary each and every time, the veterinarian each and every time. They only call when the animal is at the brink of death. That is what they do, and that is not something I should support.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so I don't think that it is a good thing to wait until your animal is at the brink of death so that you can call a veterinarian.
I've seen cases of animals swallowing maybe manillas and even plastic bags. And as a farmer, the farmer does not even notice until one day the animal dies. And then now they're trying to find the reason after the animal has died. And it's that you call a veterinary doctor each and every time. At least if at all that your cow or your animal was out in the fields and took something that was not doing well in the body, the veterinary doctor will find it early enough. Not that you wait and you buffet and then now you slaughter it.
That is not good. Yeah. And then mostly I'll encourage the people, the livestock keepers, mostly who are living in urban centers, because there are a lot of these papers around, the plastic bags everywhere, and you find that the cows or the goats tend to eat these kind of paper bags. So when they eat these, it blocks their digestion process, and then you end up losing a lot of animals through this process. So make sure that you are checking on your animals. What do they consume? How do they sleep? Where do they go? Yeah.
Actually, even camels. I don't know if you've seen camels in town, in Nairobi town.
I haven't seen camels in Nairobi town.
I'm sure you should have seen one. When you move from South B, when you're going to town, along the road there are normally some camels. Actually, there's one who died. Just along the road there. I don't like the way they're treating those.
That is so sad. For me, I feel the pain of the animals, because I grew up in a place where animals are treated like human beings. So if I see someone trying to torment the animals, it makes me feel that pain, But I've seen a camel. I haven't seen in Nairobi town, but I saw it in a park. People were paying to climb onto the animals. Onto the animal, the camel now.
Oh,
yeah, I've seen those on parks, and I don't think that is I don't think that is the correct thing to do to that animal, because you have the horses. Why don't you use the horses? You're using the camels. Yeah, you will enjoy, but you are overtiring that animal, because it works from dawn to noon. You see, so it is also tired. So minimize that. Even if you want money, we were saying, even if you want money, you don't have to misuse what you have because you want money. At least have a limited amount of money. I want this kind of money. Don't overuse that animal and make it suffer. It is not fair.
I understand.
Yeah.
The next one, I think we have nutrition. Maybe you can take us through that.
Okay, so nutrition, animals need a balanced diet, just like the human beings. We are always encouraged by the doctors to eat balanced diets and to include balanced diets in our meals, because if you lack a balanced diet, then you are going to succumb. You're going to get a lot of diseases, including kwashoko. Yeah, you will be malnourished. That's why you find most of the babies are malnourished and you don't know what is happening, because you are giving them rice every day, rice. You are not even changing their meals. You don't include legumes, their beans. You don't include maybe meat. You are only giving the baby rice and milk. That is not healthy. So that is the same case as the animals. If you make sure that you are treating it with care, you are making sure that your livestock are getting enough balanced diet by providing the salt. That salt's there. Yeah, that is also part of their balanced diet.
To the cows.
Yeah, and then they leak. And then you also have to provide for the animals fodder, not only grass every time. You have to balance also what they eat.
Actually, it's advisable that when you have animals like cows, you don't only give napier grass. There are other types of grass. I think next week we'll have an expert who will be talking about some kind of grass that she grows. I hope you'll be there to watch the next episode, because today we are doing a part 1 of this topic. Next week we'll be having a guest who will be explaining more on. She grows a certain type of grass that she gives to the animals. So when you have animals like cows, you don't really give the cows the napier grass or just the kawaida grass. There are different types of grass, like the fodder. You try and change the diet for the animals so that they also feel good.
Yeah, and again, guys, we're still live on Facebook at Farmers Media, on YouTube at Farmers Media, on our website www.farmersmedia.com. Make sure you send in your questions, your comments. We are here for you, and we are here to answer all of them.
Yes, so let's talk about hygiene. Definitely when you're handling animals, you should consider hygiene a lot, because the moment you have your animals in a clean place, that place will not even have diseases and pests. Pests like dirty places.
Yes.
And diseases will also be attracted only to dirty places. You can't find a pest in a clean place.
Yes.
And it's so rare to find a disease in a clean place.
Yeah, unless you have not cleaned it very well.
So we advise that when you're keeping your livestock, please keep them in a hygienic environment. Ensure that place is clean. Ensure that place is actually ever clean, and also you spray.
Yes.
Spray that place. You spray that place with maybe chemicals that can send away pests and are favorable to the livestock.
And then after cleaning, ensuring that your place is clean, your animals are free from diseases and pests. Now you are going to do quarantine. There are other animals that are sick. You find that there is an animal that is coughing. Animals do cough. They cough, and that is also a sign of another type of disease. So when you see that this animal is coughing, this animal is unhealthy, then quarantine them. Separate the good animals from the ones that are sick. Take the sick ones into a different place. Quarantine them there, treating them with necessary medication, and then the others can go to the field. The ones that are very sick remain at home, and then you treat them, give them food to avoid the spread of these diseases.
Actually, I don't know if you've ever realized that. I don't know if it only happens in my place. In my place, when you buy a chicken, we don't mix it with others yet.
Okay.
Because we don't know where it is from. So we have to separate it until we ensure that this chicken is not sick.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, that's what we do in my place.
I haven't seen that though in my place, because I've not been in an environment where people rear chickens. So I don't really know what is happening with chickens.
That's what we do. At least now you know, because I've told you. That's what we do in my place. I hope that other farmers also practice that. When you buy an animal, not necessarily a chicken, even any animal, when you've already bought an animal and you don't know where that animal is from, you have to quarantine it, separate it from others, so that you ensure that this animal is healthy to join the others.
Yeah, so quarantine is something that should be practiced. During COVID-19, they also practiced. The way they separated the people with COVID-19 and from the rest is the same way you can separate your animals. Yeah, so I'm just applying this to the real life situation so that you can be able to understand why we should quarantine these kind of animals.
Yes, let's move to the preventive measures. This topic is so broad, so we are trying to tackle it bit by bit. Under the preventive measures, first we have vaccination. Make sure you vaccinate your animals against common diseases in your region or specific to the livestock. You'll always hear that there's an outbreak for a certain disease that is affecting cows, sheep, or even goats, or even chicken. So in order for you to prevent your animals from getting such diseases, it's best, just like Karen had said, that preventing is better than cure. It's advisable that you vaccinate your animals early enough. Yeah, so that they don't get such diseases when there's an outbreak.
Yes, it is always to be safe than sorry, because you can't tell me that you are going to make up for everything that you have done for those animals after you lose them. Of course, you have to do something before you lose them.
Imagine as a farmer, you have cows, and then you didn't look for a way of vaccinating them, and then there's an outbreak maybe of diarrhea, and all the cows are diarrheaing in your compound. It's not easy. Even cleaning becomes a hectic job.
Yes.
So for you to have an easier job with your livestock, just ensure you vaccinate. And also the times for vaccination, that one you can only be told by an expert or a veterinary doctor. Ensure you consult with a veterinary doctor, because these people, they know at this point, when it gets to this point, maybe diseases can attack animals at this time of the year. So it's better you consult with them, so that they tell you early enough to vaccinate your animals, and also they tell you the exact time that you should be vaccinating your animals.
Yeah, because animal diseases come with seasons. There are seasons that are preferably affecting cows, others are affecting camels or chicken. I've seen the one for chickens, and when it happened in our village one time, it killed a lot of chickens. Like, a lot of farmers lost chickens because they just died like that. So others tried to like others before, like wafikiwe hadi na hiyo ugonjwa, they slaughtered all their chickens and ate the meat before that disease. You see, that is a lot of loss. And there was and again, I wanted to ask you something. Like chicken pox. Chicken pox, does it affect human beings or even chicken?
The one that I know, chicken pox only affects human beings. I think the chicken, the poultry, they have a name for that. Their pox. They have a name for their pox because the chicken pox, I've only heard of it on the human beings, and it's a bad disease on the human beings. So I believe even the poultry also suffer from it.
I've ever had that. I've ever had that chicken pox, and I was like, where does it come from? And because it is called chicken pox, I used to assume that I got it from chickens, but I didn't see any chickens around. You see? So it was kind of funny. And then we go to parasite control. How do you control the parasites that are affecting your animals, including the ticks and the lice? So you find that these ticks are affecting your animals very badly. You find that the coats are tearing off. When you see unapata like when you ukiguza hivi the sheep, you find that the nini hizo vitu zinatoka. Those feathers, they come out because you have not dewormed your animals. So if you want to control this kind of parasites, make sure that you are deworming your animals regularly. At least you are deworming them once in a while. That will be good. But if you don't do that, then your animals will be affected by parasites.
Yeah, it's advisable to deworm, especially cows, because I believe most livestock farmers keep cows. So when you deworm your cows, definitely you'll be good with the lice and also the parasite like ticks. I see those cows that have ticks, they're birds that come and eat the ticks from them.
Yes. But again, you know, these ticks can enter into your house, especially when you live near the cow shed or somewhere where the cows rest. So when they lie there, the ticks can come out of those cows and then make their ways to your house. You find that you are asleep very well and then find a tick here somewhere in the
human beings.
Yeah, I've been bitten by a tick. No, not once, not twice, because I've lived in that environment. Especially when I was removing the it beats even human beings, the ticks.
The cow is normally a hectic job. So I'm imagining when it bites you as a
human, bites even human beings. Yeah, it also bites the nainakatalia, and then you try removing it so hard because it sticks even more than a caterpillar. So and again, it also affects the dogs. Those ticks can go into the dogs, and the dog ticks can go into the cows. You see, so you should regularly deworm your cows, your livestock to avoid, or any of your animals to avoid those kind of things from happening. Yeah.
That was new. I never knew that ticks can also bite.
They can. They really can.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, let's talk about biosecurity. Limit the exposure of your livestock to other animals. Especially if the health status of the latter is unknown. We've mentioned it before when we were talking about quarantine, but now on the biosecurity subtopic, when an animal is sick, when you have a sick animal, leave alone the ones that you bought from outside. Maybe in your farm, you maybe have 10 cows, but then one is sick. Don't feel bad that now you're separating this one from the others.
Yeah.
It's always for the benefit of you as a farmer, and also for your animals, because animals also have feelings. They don't want to get sick. So when you identify a sick one, ensure you put it aside, treat it aside. Even when you're calling the veterinary doctor, as much as when he or she comes, he'll be checking the sick one, you should also encourage him to check also these healthy ones, because you might be thinking that they're healthy and then they're sick.
Yeah.
So ensure you separate the sick animals from the healthy ones.
Yeah, and you can't tell me that you're going to mix the cows and the donkeys and the dogs in one place. Like they sleep literally in one place. That is insecure. It is very bad because the dogs can beat the cows. The it's called what? The donkeys can kick the cows. You see, so there will be a disaster, and also there will be a spread of diseases. So you should also be very careful.
When you do that, you're just like it's like you're just taking a baby and placing them in a cow shed. By morning, definitely those cows would have stepped on that child So just treat your animals like human beings. You can't just put some animals to sleep together in one animal shade.
Yeah.
Suffer.
And another preventive measure is that control wildlife interaction. Some diseases can be transmitted from wildlife to livestock. For example, when the livestock are grazing in the field, they interact with different kinds of wildlife, including the rabbits, anything, including they are called the gazelles or what. So you control the interaction. Or some people they keep both the wildlife animals and the domestic animals. You see, when they mix them, they can be able to transfer different kinds of diseases to the rest of the livestock. So make sure that you are controlling these interactions between the wildlife and the domestic animals.
Actually, you might be a farmer who is keeping. Have you seen a farmer who is keeping cheetahs?
Yeah,
you might.
I've seen, but
who is keeping cheetahs, and you still have cows. Yes, your cheetahs might be trained, and now they know that they should not eat your cows. But it's not good to just expose them, just mix them the way you feel that now I've trained these wild animals, they can interact with the domestic animals. It's not right. They might spread diseases to each other. It's just advisable that as much as you've trained the wild animals, to learn to live with the domestic ones that you have, just try and separate.
Yeah, you can put the barriers or repellents between those kind of animals, or even you can practice controlled grazing. This is where you control how your animals graze. If the zebras are grazing here, the cows are grazing here. And then if there is a barrier, you can put the barrier. If you are rearing cheetahs and the cows, you put a barrier because they can end up eating all your cows.
Yes.
Yeah, or even the repellents. Like if you decide to, let's say for example, you decide to do elephants like you decide to do elephants and cows.
Or even chicken.
Or even chicken. Elephants can step on the chickens and they will be like a pest.
I doubt if there's anyone who wants to keep elephants.
Yeah, but if you decide to keep elephants, then you put the elephant repellents or something.
Anyway, let's talk about disease control. Under disease control, first we have early detection. Regular monitoring for symptoms can ensure early detection of diseases, which often makes treatment more effective. So you should always monitor your animals. Don't just let's assume you have a laborer, you have a shamba boy who is taking care of your animals. You don't just give him your animals. You don't just release your animals to go with the shamba boy to the fence and then he comes back with them. You don't even check which animal got injured, which animal did what. You have to be monitoring them because maybe the person you've employed is not so keen because definitely those are not his animals. As a farmer, those are your property. So you should always ensure that you check on them each and every time, monitor them each and every time, so that you get to know what kind of disease has gotten into this one. If at all an animal has been injured, so that you detect it early.
Yeah, sometimes you might assume that my animals are well taken care of. There is this loyal worker that is going to take care of my animals. But what prevents you from going and check your animals yourself? Make sure that you have that habit of going to monitor your animals now and then. It might not be daily, but at least regular check them. And then I was talking about quarantine is the same as isolation. That is where you isolate the sick animals from the rest of the animals. So if you tell me that I'm going to mix the sick animals with the ones that are healthy, then there will be spread of diseases both to your healthy animals and your sick animals will continue even spreading these kind of diseases. So when you realize that most of your animals are sick, make sure that you isolate them. At least isolate them into different places. Take the sick animals somewhere else and take the healthy animals somewhere else.
Actually, as a farmer, just assume that there's COVID-19. And now part of your family has it. You not want everybody in the family to get the coronavirus.
Yes.
So you definitely isolate from each other. There's a group that the ones that are sick definitely will be separate from the healthy ones. So treat your animals the same as you treat a virus.
Yeah, even if you are taking them to the field, make sure that they are not mixing in any way. You can even hire someone to take the sick animals somewhere else, and then you take the healthy ones.
And then you can even give them food at home.
Yes.
You don't need to stress the sick animals.
Yeah.
I'd advise that you just give them food at home, give them water, because the animals also need water. Give them water and then give them the right medication. That takes me to my next point of treatment. You consult with a veterinary doctor for the appropriate treatment for any detected disease.
Yeah.
You don't just look at your animal and you see maybe the animal is injured and then you just want to treat the animal your own way with salt. You haven't consulted a veterinary doctor. It's good that you consult a veterinary doctor so that the veterinary doctor can give you the right medication for your animal. Yes.
And then there is culling. Culling, in severe cases where treatment is not viable or diseases are highly contagious, culling may be necessary. So you make sure that your animals are culled in a place where they are not able to spread diseases to other animals.
Can you repeat that point? I'm interested in that point and I'm still not understanding.
Like culling, it is like whereby you take your animals. There are these type of animals. These animals that are very sick, and then there are others that are not very sick. And you know very well that these diseases are very contagious. So you may go to an option of taking these animals that can spread contagious diseases to a very secure place where they are not able to spread these diseases to other animals. Yeah.
Okay. We also have record keeping. I think each and every day we always must talk about record keeping because it's very important for a farmer. So should maintain detailed health records for each animal. This helps track health trends, vaccine schedules, and can provide valuable data in a case of a disease outbreak. Actually, when you keep records for your animals, you will not even struggle to know when your animal should be vaccinated because you have all the records. You know, my animal was vaccinated this month. The next time I'll vaccinate the animal is maybe in 2 months or 3 months time because you have the records. And then again, you'll also know what kind of disease has attacked my animal before. And when I see this, what should they expect? That is why record keeping is very important.
Yeah.
And also in conclusion, proactive health management and preventive measures are essential to minimizing the risk of diseases in livestock. Definitely regular consultations with veterinarians, staying informed about regional disease threats and investing in the training of farm staff are also integral to maintaining livestock health.
Yeah, so you should also ensure that you are practicing this habit of record keeping this will help you track the records of your animals and also the health of your animals. If this type of animals, this number of animals are not feeling well, then you're able to record this number of animals are not feeling well, and then the next time you go see them, you are able to identify, I recorded this number of animals that were not sick, let me now check to see if they are still sick. So through this record keeping, you are able to track the health of your animals, you are able to track the number of your animals and also the type of diseases and pests that can affect your animal. Yeah, so we are going to other strategies, that is digital and technological integration. So one of them is wearable devices. Just like humans have fitness tracks, there are devices for livestock that monitor their vital signs, activity levels, and other metrics. These can also provide real-time data on animals' health. So these devices, you find that there are other animals that have these kind of devices, especially those farmers who are capable of buying these kind of devices. So these devices control the animal's health. So when you see that they show that this animal is not healthy, they show that these animals lack this kind of thing. So it is also important to use these wearable devices.
I think in our current generation, technology is key. It has taken over. So we'll still talk about softwares each and every day. Even if we mention the traditional ones, we also have to talk about the technological ones.
Just a minute. Just it reminded me of how people keep track in our village. It's not technological, but it's something that has been passed from one generation to another. You find that the cows or the sheep, they wear these bells. So they tie the bells around their neck. So when they move, you will hear the bells ringing. This is especially put on animals that they love walking away, the animals that are easily getting lost. So yeah, those naughty animals. So they put those bells around their necks. So when these animals move from one place to another, you can hear them. You can hear these animals in this place. These animals, and you know the sound of that bell because those bells have different sounds. So you will know the bell of your animal, how it rings.
So where do they get these bells that have different sounds?
They make them they make them using different metals. So there is a metal that can produce a certain sound like a soprano. Another one can produce a sound that like a bass. So they make these kind of bells. I've seen my father make them. I've also made them once in a lifetime.
You should show us how they
yeah. One day I'll show you guys. Yeah, so they tie around, or even they buy. You can buy from the Maasai people, and then they tie them around their cows or the goats. So when the cows are moving, you can hear that sound of the bells. You can hear the sound of the bells of the cows, and so you will know that the cows, even if you are at home and the calves are outside, and you need to feed these kind of calves. So if you want to feed them, and you can't just let the calves go to the cows without milking the cows, because they'll drain all the milk from the cow. So as a mother, if you're at home and the calves are outside, you haven't taken them to where they are being detained before they are given to the cows. So when the cows arrive, and you will hear from afar that my cows are coming because of the bells. So it also creates awareness. You see, the cows are coming right now. Now you tell the children to detain all the calves. So when the cows arrive, you are able to remove each and every calf and then milk that particular cow. Wow. So it is very interesting. Yeah.
But now, my main concern and my main worry is, what if in a homestead there are 10 stubborn cows? Now your home will just be full of noise because of the bells.
No, not really, because you only identify the specific ones, especially the bulls. Oh. So you put that bell around their neck. So when you do that, then you are safe from any other thing. So you will know if the bull is fighting, the bells will be rapidly ringing. So yeah, so you will know, and then you run, and then make sure that the fight is not still going on. And when the bulls fight, you will not love it. You will not love it. They destroy everything, including their houses.
I think the only bullfight that I've seen is the one that happens in Luya land. The bullfighting, it's only an event.
Like, have you seen it in real life?
Yes, I have. The bullfighting. It's interesting, but where ukisongea hapo karibu and you're not an expert in those things, but those bulls can't. I think they're trained in a way that they can't hit a human being. When they get there, they know very well that they're just going to fight against each other.
Yeah, that's well and good. Hours. They will kick you. They have even killed many people, children, a lot of children, because when they fight, they don't want to know if there is a child there or if there is anything there. And also in the fields. Like when I was looking, I have looked for after cows. So when we were in the field, other shepherds tend to make their bulls fight. So there is a way they make the bulls fight. Yeah. So they
like a game, a competition.
Yeah, like sometimes they are just maybe two farmers are fighting over something, and they over the animals. And one of the farmers says, "You know what? My bull can beat yours," and the other will say, "Let's see." So they tend to make the bulls fight, and the one who loses, when the one whose bull loses, gives the other one a goat.
Wow.
So they usually do that in the fields when they are very angry.
I said that at this point we should give Ayana culture.
Yeah.
She's so good with this livestock.
Yeah, I love livestock.
Anyway, let's continue. Let's talk about farm management software. This software aids in maintaining health records, scheduling vaccinations, and analyzing data to optimize livestock health, just like I said before. Now, when you have this kind of a software, you don't have to do it the traditional way. In fact, now, as a farmer, you just choose what's best for you. Are you keeping records or are you using a software? Because we have different farmers. We have farmers who are used to these phones, these smartphones. The current generation farmers, or those farmers who have learned to live with this current generation, and we have the old generation farmers. I think the old generation farmers, they definitely prefer record keeping.
Yes, they will.
And the current ones will prefer the software. The software is easier, but you choose what is easier for you. It will help you schedule vaccinations and also analyze data to optimize livestock health. You should know that my livestock was sick and now it's good. I hope it won't be sick again, according to just how you plan it in the software.
Yeah, so you should also ensure that you are managing your farm correctly. And then there is the use of drones, especially in large farms. You find that it can be employed to monitor the movement and behavior of livestock, which can help in early detection of health issues. For example, if you are owning a large farm, there are different types of farmers. There are small scale farmers, medium sized scale farmers, and there is large scale farmers. Especially the large scale farmers, you are encouraged to use drones, because you can't tell me that you are going to monitor your animals yourself. You're moving from this type of livestock to the rest, and you are a large scale farmer. Of course, you need something that is more easier, that is not time consuming, something that will make your work easier. So by the use of drones, you are able to monitor the health of your animals, the movements, the husbandry, like everything. So you're just sitting there down and seeing what is really happening. You can lower your drone and see that this animal is sitting down. It has this kind of signs that are not really well. When you see your animals, other animals are grazing and the other one is just, it's not grazing, it has lost its appetite. So through a drone, you can be able to identify such kind of animals and be sure that these animals needs assistance, it needs help, it needs to be vaccinated, or it needs other types of nutrients.
I think I don't know why I tend to feel that the only animal that I feel is never afraid of a drone, even if it comes down to its level, is an elephant. Have you seen that clip? That clip, I think it was played when we were talking about elephants. The one that an elephant was trying to fight with a helicopter.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
You don't remember the clip?
I don't remember that clip.
That's a helicopter, and then now we are talking about a drone.
Well, elephants are very fearless.
That drone, it might not survive. So
then they are very fearless, those kind of beings.
Anyway, still follow us on our social media platforms. We're still live on Facebook at Farmers Media, on YouTube at Farmers Media, on Twitter at Farmers with a Z_media, and on our website, click www.farmers.com, and ensure, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you become part of the Farmers Media family, and also follow our Facebook page.
Yeah, and to all farmers outside there, welcome to our channel. Make sure that you are sending in any concerns that are really disturbing you. Send in. Maybe we can invite an expert that will be able to tell you about all the things that you're curious about.
Moving on, training and continuous learning. We'll break it down for you so that you get to know that as a livestock farmer, you really need these trainings and continuous learning. First of all, let's major on workshops. Regularly attending workshops on livestock health can keep farmers updated on the latest research, technologies, and best practices. Actually, there are always different workshops for different types of farming.
Yes, and they are throughout the year.
Yes, not only livestock farming. So if you're a livestock farmer and you hear that there is a workshop, please make an effort of attending the workshop, because in those workshops you get to learn a lot. You're also updated on the type of animals that are doing well in the market. You are updated on the outbreaks that might attack the animals in the coming future. You're also updated about the technologies or the new inventions that are there that can help you as a livestock farmer.
Yeah, not to forget the fact that you are going to learn even more new things. And if you are lucky enough, you'll get someone to train you to do those kind of things. And then you just go home, start that kind of business, and it prospers.
And also, in those workshops, those are the only chances that you get to interact with other farmers. Maybe you're having cows and another farmer is having poultry, doing poultry farming. You can exchange. You'll even get a market for in such workshops, because in such workshops, you can go with your products.
Yeah.
With your products. Maybe you have your table to sell your products, and you'll also get money from such workshops. So you don't only go there to learn, you also go there to make money.
Yeah, and also if your business idea is good enough, then you can be able to find a partnership or even sponsors who can sponsor your products or sponsor your business. So it is also good to usually go to these kind of workshops. And then there is collaboration. Collaborating with the veterinary schools or agricultural institutions can provide access to cutting edge research and resources. So when you tend to collaborate with these kind of partners or any other farmers, it can be agriculturists or any other type of people who are indulging in farming. So when you do these kind of collaborations, you'll benefit a lot from them, because first of all, they'll be able to invest, they'll be able to educate you on how to go about your business, and they will tell you a lot of things that will help you while running your business.
And actually, such collaborations, mostly you find them when you go to the workshop.
Yes.
Because there are different professionals in the agricultural field that you'll find there.
Yeah.
So that's why if you go for the workshops and you go there with the aim of looking for someone who you can collaborate with in one way or the other in your livestock farming field, definitely you'll get one.
Yeah, workshops are very important. They are very crucial to farmers. If you're a farmer, make sure that you're attending these kind of workshops. If you hear there is a farming workshop somewhere, or even seminars or anything else, at least attend there. You might never know what will become of you. Maybe you will have someone to partner with. Maybe you will get a friend, someone who is willing to help you throughout your journey as a farmer.
Yes, we also have online courses. Many institutions offer online courses on livestock health, enabling farmers to learn at their own pace.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you don't have to go and sit in class in order for you to learn something about farming. There are online courses, there are short courses. Maybe you just want to major on livestock farming. You get a course that will major only on livestock farming. Maybe you just want to major maybe on soil health. You'll get a course that majors on soil health, a short course that you can learn. So you don't really need to struggle to go to class. As a farmer, if you want to get to learn something, online courses nowadays are offered.
Yes, and they are free. Most of them are very free.
If your thing is not a lot of money.
Yeah, but I'll encourage you, even if you can't afford, at least go for the free one. If you can't afford to pay that kind of money, you are going to learn a lot from that. And also follow the farmers club, follow all the other social media accounts about the farmers. Through that, you'll be able to read each and every activity that they are going to post on their websites. Apart from all the other things that you have said, the artificial or wherever, we are going now to talk about the natural and alternative practices. One of them is holistic health. Some farmers are exploring holistic health approaches. These include integrating practices like rotational grazing, which can naturally reduce the parasite load. So rotational grazing is just like crop rotation. Like rotational grazing, you say that I'm going to graze my animals in this kind of land. They will be grazing in this particular land. Maybe the cows will be grazing in this particular land, and then the chicken will be in another land, or the goats will be in another land. And then after some time, you rotate them. The cows come in place of goats, the goats go in place of cows. Like through that, you are able to break the pest cycles also, and also it improves the health of the animals generally.
Actually, rotating is very interesting. I'm just assuming that you have maybe cows and maybe chicken or even goats. So when you divide your space well, and then maybe in your maybe let's assume it's let's say a rectangle, a rectangle space. Maybe you can divide it into 4. Then you put cows in one space. The chicken follow the cows, because the moment the cows eat the grass, the chicken are eating the grass from here. The cows will move to the next part. Then the chicken get into the cow shed.
Yes.
They find the pests that are there that
they eat. You see, so that's the importance of.
that rotation is very interesting to practice as a farmer.
Yeah, because it really reduces parasite load. If you find that the cows have these a lot of parasites, and then you move them to another place and bring another animals that is not affected by those kind of parasites in that place, those parasites are going to die, and the cows will continue living healthier.
We also have probiotics, and just as in human health, there's growing interest in the gut health of livestock. Probiotic supplements can help improving digestion and overall health. So, as a farmer, probiotics are very important to your animals. The animals that you're keeping, because they are supplements. The moment they take in the supplement, it will help in digestion. So even if your animal was sick and maybe I can't say stomach ache. Do animals have stomach ache?
Of course they have, but now they are not called stomach ache. Yeah, maybe they can experience bloating.
Oh yes.
Yes.
When your animals have something like bloating, probiotic supplements are the best for them because it really helps in digestion.
Yeah, and again, there are herbal remedies. I almost said remedies. Anyway, there are herbal remedies. Some herbs and natural products can be effective in treating certain conditions or boosting the immune of that particular animals. And but however, always consult with a veterinarian before trying new treatments. First of all, I'll encourage to use herbal treatments, because herbal treatments don't have many side effects or many negative things about it, unlike chemicals. I was talking about the use of dewormers, and in a research that I did, I think 1 month ago, it said that you should not deworm your animals each and every time. Like if your animals are developing this kind, you deworm. If you continue like that, the immune system of these animals will begin to lower. So through that, your animals can be attacked with pests and diseases very easily, because you've already lowered your animals. So I'll encourage the use of herbal remedies, because they can really help the animals, because they are herbal. They don't have many side effects. So I can give an example. I was telling you that when the leg of a cow or any other animal breaks in our place, they don't straightly take it to the doctor.
Yes.
They use other remedies, traditional ways. Like it is not a chemical they are using, it is just herbs. So they tend to tie the leg of these animals and then apply some natural herbs. Maybe they are different leaves. They call it lokidangai in our place. Like
the French language.
Yeah, like they take these leaves and then they give it to the animal. If the animal has this like an endacia, if it has a diarrhea, animals do diarrhea, especially the small goats. So when the diarrhea, my mother usually takes these leaves and then anachemusha, and then he gives this to the small goats. And in a day or so, the animal stops diarrheaing completely.
According to how I've been sharing with you concerning livestock, like in your culture, women are the ones who take care of animals.
Yes, like the sick animals mostly. Like if the animals remains at home, then it is the woman's responsibility to take care of that animal. If they are small boys, the ones that are usually at home, they don't go to school, they don't go anywhere, then they are the one who look after the animal. But in terms of treating the animals, the mother is the one who is in charge of treating the animal.
Then who milks the animals?
The mother. And the boys also. They do. Even the girls milk the animals. It depends who is available at that particular time, and also it depends with the animal's preference. You find that there are other animals which prefer a certain person to milk them.
Wow.
Like if you don't milk, if that animal doesn't want you to milk them, then you won't. I can give an example of my mother's cow. There was a white cow which loves my mother so much. Like when it comes home, there is no person it can't accept any other person to milk it apart from my mother, and it knows her scent, everything. So when the herd comes home, it goes straight to my mother's door to stand there to wait for my mother. But if you try to milk it, it will hurt you very badly. It will kick you. It will use its horns to hurt you. But when my mother calls it and then anabembeleza, it accepts. Even the camels are like that. So there are other camels that are very choosy. They have specific people that can milk them or that can touch them. Like for them to accept other people, there must be an initiation between the person, the cow's favorite, and the person who the cows hate. So if that cow chooses that it's my mother, my mother has to anabembeleza. Like she has to tell something to this cow, like patting it, telling her something, and then it accepts now the other person to milk it. That is how it happens in our area.
Yeah, this show is all about culture. I'm also getting to learn a lot.
Yeah.
Today's show, at least I hope I'm not the only one who didn't know that cows can also have favorites.
Yeah, cows can have favorites, and I can assure you this 100% because I've been kicked by a cow because I tried to milk it. But when my mother came, ilitulia too. It stood still and then waited for my mother to milk it. But when someone else comes, it can even bite your ear.
Cow can bite your ear?
Yes, it can bite you. Even the camels can bite. Like they are very fierce in terms of when it is time for them to milk them or when you touch its calf.
They are unique.
Yeah. Anyway, herbal remedies are still encouraged. Make sure that you are using these herbal medicines, but in a veterinarian, consult the veterinarian first before you use this kind of medicine.
We have environment and infrastructure. So under environment and infrastructure, at least we have climate controlled housing. For certain livestock, controlled environments can reduce stress and the risk of heat-related illnesses. There are environments that definitely when you put your animals in, they will be stressed.
Yes.
Animals can also be stressed. So if you want your animals to relax, ensure that you put them in a climate-controlled housing. You don't just leave your cows in a cow shed that does not even have a roof. It rains on them. Jua ikikuja, it's in a shine kwao. It's like kinda a stressful environment. Even you as a human being, I'm sure you can't survive in such an environment.
Yeah.
When you're just left there to be rained on, jua inawaka, inakuchoma, you're just there. You won't feel good.
Yeah.
So that's the same way you should be treating your cows nicely.
Yeah, at least you should make sure that they are prevented from these heat illnesses. You make sure that they are not facing the heat directly.
Yes.
And then there is a biosecure zones. Designing farms with specific biosecure zones can help prevent the introduction and the spread of diseases. This includes measures like foot baths, changing rooms, and equipment sterilization stations. So you ensure that everything that is involving your livestock is secure. If there are these syringes that they use to inject the animals, you make sure that after injecting it to this animal, you sterilize it before using it to another animal. Yeah.
If at all you can't sterilize it, just throw it away. So that next time you use a new one. And also, when you want to handle your animals, ensure that you're also clean. You don't just go. Now there are so many farmers, because he or she is going to handle a cow, anavaa tu venye anataka.
Na hiyo ni mbaya. That is so not good. I'm saying that it's not good. That is
animals.
Yeah, that is after I learned that when I came to Nairobi. But in our village, for me, that was something normal until I came here and saw that we have been doing the wrong thing all along.
You should have changing rooms. You have to dress well for your animals.
Yeah, that is what I've realized now. And I think when I go back to my village, now that I'm a farmer, like I'm already a farmer by the way, because I've really learned a lot through these sessions with the Farmers Media. And I'm sure that I'm going to take something to my society, to my community, and educate them about this livestock keeping.
Yes. Let's move to research and development. So under research and development, you have genetics and breeding. Under genetics and breeding, when I talk about genetics and breeding, this is what I mean. Selective breeding can lead to livestock with better immunity and resistance to certain diseases. Animals have different types of breeds. For example, cows, we have the Ayrshire, Frisian,
Gaussian or Gansey, yeah.
We have different breeds.
Yes.
So it depends which breed you want. But now the breed you want should be able to survive in your region.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't get attacked by pests and diseases most of the time. Kila saa you just call a veterinary doctor because now you bought a breed that can survive in your environment. So breeding is very important. It also helps in the immunity of that animal. When you get the right breed for your environment, for the place that you're living, for your region, a breed that can survive in your region, the immunity of the animal will definitely be good. You won't be suffering each and every time that now you have to pay a veterinary doctor to treat your animal. You have to get the medications for the animal all the time. So choose the right breed for the right environment.
Yeah. And then we go to disease research. That also applies to the selection of genetics and breeding. So continuous research into diseases that affect livestock can lead to better vaccines, treatments, and management strategies. So if you incorporate a mix of traditional and modern practices based on specific needs of the livestock and the resources available, it can ensure optimal health and productivity. So in terms of this disease research, make sure that you are researching the disease. If your animals has a certain disease, maybe it is suffering from a lot of pests are attacking this animal. There is this app we have been talking about. This is called Plantix app, whereby it was about the plants. If your plant is affected with certain kind of diseases, you take a picture and then upload it there. That is just like you can also find other sites that can show you this disease that is affecting your animals can be prevented by using this. So we make sure that you have researched, go to the social media accounts, research on these kind of diseases, all the diseases that can be affecting those type of livestock you are keeping. And then after researching, you ensure that I've gotten now the solution. So if you get the solution or the idea of what is really affecting your animals, go now consult the veterinarian, and then you will know what to do then.
Yeah, at this point I think we should take a short break so that tukunywe maji kidogo, we drink at least a glass of water, and then we come back with more. We still appreciate your comments. Continue sending in your feedbacks, your comments. Continue liking our videos. You're still live on YouTube at Farmers Media, on Facebook at Farmers Media, on Twitter at @farmers_media, and on our website www.afarmers.com. We are going to take a short break. We'll be back with more.
To have healthy cows that produce well, you need to feed them with enough energy from fodder crops, proteins from supplements like dairy meal and legging plants such as Caliandra, along with minerals, vitamins, and water. For a healthy cow weighing 380 kilograms, it will need to eat 1 bale of hay a day, which is the same as 20 kilograms of fresh fodder. If you are growing your own fodder, you'll need about 1 acre per year to feed 1 cow, 1 heifer, and a calf. Good fodder grasses include disease-resistant Napier grass, Bracharia, and panicum grasses. If you don't have enough land to feed your cows, then you'll need to buy extra fodder from other places. Remember to always have clean water available to your cows. If you want your cows to produce plenty of good milk, make sure they are always well fed.
Welcome back to the mid-morning show. It's already 12:03. I think it's still 12:03 p.m. And this is a mid-morning show, and this is a Farmers Media where we connect, learn, and grow. My name is Mary Osuero.
And I am Regina Ayanai. Welcome to a Farmers Media where we connect, learn, and grow.
Yes, continue following us on our social media handles. We are live on Facebook at Farmers Media, on YouTube at Farmers Media, on Twitter at @farmers_media, and on our website www.afarmers.com. ensure you send in your comments, your feedbacks. We really appreciate them. Ensure you continue tuning in. Before we went for a break, we are talking about livestock health management. That is our main topic of the day, with our subtopics being preventive measures and disease control. So we are just trying to break it down into smaller pieces so that you as a farmer, you get to understand more about our main topic of the day.
Yeah, because we are here to educate you guys. We're here to learn from you. Also, make sure that you are still tuned in and make sure that you are still sending in your comments, because we are here for you.
Yes, so I was talking about stress management. Animals also have stress. I think I already mentioned that before.
Yes.
Animals also have stress. So our other subtopic is stress management, and under stress management we have human handling. Yes, when I talk about human handling, this is what I mean. A gentle and human handling reduces stress, which can decrease vulnerability to diseases. You should handle you as a human being, you should handle your animal with care, so that you don't stress it. You know, when I was young, I just used to beat our animals. I never felt that they can feel anything. So nikiona kidogo wanataka kunisumbua, I used to beat them. We used to keep sheep, goats, and animals.
If I ever happen to see you doing that, I would have shouted at you.
I used to do that a lot. I used to beat our animals seriously, and I used to enjoy it. I thought that they're also enjoying it when I beat them, they run. But now at least I know that I should handle animals with care, because they also have feelings. So the moment you beat them, they become stressed.
Yeah.
And also I learned something. When you beat a pregnant animal, like for example a sheep, I've seen it happen. I was actually the cause. I used to beat it every day when I go to the field with them. I used to beat that sheep each and every time until it miscarried. I felt so bad. I never knew.
That is so bad. Right now I'm hating you, Mary.
I was a child. I never knew. So I beat that sheep so bad until it got to a point that it miscarried, and now we just buried that child. Do I say the child?
It died.
It died, yes. The sheep miscarried, but I stopped.
That was not good anyway. Yeah, and another thing of handling this, managing the stress of an animal is enrichment. This includes providing animals with toys, with activities or toys that can stimulate their minds. It can reduce boredom or even improve overall well-being. You find that when I tell you that people in the fields make sure that the animals are fighting, that is also a way of jogging the animal's mind. At least they are not bored in any particular way. So when they fight, at least they are able to jog their mind. They are not bored. But also in the process, the animals can get very hurt. They can also kill each other. That is also dangerous. But at least you can also stimulate the minds of your animals. Make sure that you are jogging their minds so that to avoid boredom.
Actually, it's my first time to hear that even animals have toys.
Yeah.
Toys are only for children.
Haven't you seen a dog? Like, there are other people who buy dogs toys. They buy the balls for the dogs. These balls for football.
That only happens in the European world.
No, even in Kenya, it happens. You can find the celebrity. Haven't you seen the celebrities' dogs? Like they are literally they are doing birthdays for them.
Yes,
they are doing
the dog mom. There's a lady called Gloria Kialo. She's a dog mom. I saw her doing a whole birthday. And she even invited people.
Even baby shower. They do baby showers nowadays for dogs. Anyway, I have seen also a video of I don't know, it was a Chinese man skipping rope with his dogs, with his 6 dogs. Like they're just skipping like that. Like, I was so interested. I was looking at it and I was, wow, this is really nice. If I could have those kind of dogs and skip ropes with them. But in Kenya, you find me at I'm buying I don't know what for my dog.
The Kenyan dogs, in fact, the moment you hear a dog being called Bosco, hizo ni zile umbwa za kwenda kukula kwa makaka. Who will skip ropes with them?
Yeah, but I play with my father's dogs. Like I play with our dogs. We play with them. When you take the Sometimes you find that it is taking your shoe and hides it, and then you are looking for the shoe. When you give it something, it goes and brings the shoe. Like, it is always fun being around the dogs, or they can jump onto you when you sing. So dogs can be, yeah, but for animals, yeah, for animals, I've never known that you can give a cow a toy or any other type of animals.
Do a cow even know what a toy is?
I don't know.
I think just dogs.
I don't think so.
But dogs also have names. I don't know if the one
Ours is called Matata. Another one is called it is called Ceylon. And we have 3 dogs.
No, you have.
And another dog is called Sentry.
Had Bosco, Simba. When you look at Bosco,
We had Simba, but it died.
it died.
Yes.
When you look at Bosco, the way Bosco looks hungry.
As,
Look like the name.
our dog Simba died, and I was so sad about it because it died out of rabies.
Oh.
Yeah, it bit someone, and then the veterinarian came and akamdungia dawa, and then it died. Because it was so bad, it was so fearless, it was biting people around the village, so they had to kill it. That's why I'm telling you that make sure that you regularly take your animals for vaccination, especially the dogs. When it's time for rabies to come, you will lose your dog out of that disease.
Or it can even be a dangerous dog to the society.
Mm-hmm.
Optimal stocking density. Overcrowding can lead to stress and increase the spread of diseases. Ensure that animals have enough space to move, rest, and exhibit natural behavior. Don't just take 100 cows and then you put them in a small cow shed. I don't know. I just have a feeling you practice that in your place.
Yeah, we do.
So you are stressing your cows. You have so many animals and then you're putting them in one small cow shed. Now because it's time to sleep, I see farmers just saying, "Bora apate to space." As long as the cow has a space for sleeping, it's fine. The cow can't even turn. It can't even stand and walk. It's so difficult. At the moment you pack your animals in one environment, and that even happens with the chicken. You'll realize that when you're practicing poultry farming and you put so many chicken in one environment, others must die. So
Wow, okay.
It's better when you have a good space for your animals so that you don't stress them.
Yeah, at least I've learned that from you, Mary, right now. And I'm going to tell my parents that they should do that. They
Yes.
should really
You
do
people
that.
have spaces.
We have a lot of
You
space,
have a
by
lot
the
of
way.
land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, in terms of water and feed quality, you ensure that there is clean water sources. Ensure that livestock has access to clean and uncontaminated water. Regularly check and clean water troughs or systems. We were told that you can't drink dirty water when you know it's dirty, and cows do the same. They don't know the water is dirty, so they tend to drink. Like, cows are not human beings. When they see water and they are thirsty, of course they are going to drink that water. So when you are practicing this kind of when you are giving water to your cows, make sure that you have cleaned the troughs, you have applied the necessary salt in that water, you have given your cows water that is clean, free from diseases.
I normally see cows really enjoying soapy water.
Yes.
I don't know how sweet it is to them, but in our place, we even take the water, we even take clear water, clean water, and then we still add the
Salt.
no, not even salt. Omo, this omo.
Why?
Yeah, so that it becomes soapy and they find it sweet. Our cow drinks all that.
Like, you give them water that contains soap.
Yes. Not necessarily the bar soap, the powder one.
I don't think it is healthy to give
But
the cow
why do
that
they
kind of thing.
Why do they enjoy such water?
They enjoy because they know that they won't be given that kind of water. You know, it is forbidden. Of course, many people enjoy things that are forbidden. Like, it is true. You can find that majority of people enjoy things that are forbidden. That if they find this thing that is forbidden and they find it sweet, they will continue doing that thing, eating that thing. But the cows are the same. So when they see that the soapy water is it has that taste, you know, it is sweet in a way for them, but it is very dangerous for the cow because it can cause it make it diarrhea, and that will make it lose a lot of water. Same to human being. When you see a child drinking water that contains omo or soap, you will see that the child is diarrheaing. That is because that thing affects the system.
I just feel that if you're a livestock farmer, you can tell us in the comment section. I just feel that there's something in the soapy water that cows enjoy and they like it. Because I normally see just my parents giving them the soapy water and they're fine.
Even the goats drink the soapy water, but I wouldn't encourage you to give your cows soap water because I've seen that. My father used to scold me because of giving the cow the soapy water when I'm finished with washing clothes, and then I leave the water there outside. When our cows and the goats come in the afternoon and they are thirsty, they find the water there and they tend to drink. So when they drink that water, they start becoming sick. Yeah, it affects cows. So in the comment section, tell us, how does this water affect the cows? Is it tell us the positive side or the negative side?
It's sweet or it's bad for the cows.
Yeah. Again, we're still live on Facebook at A Farmers Media, on YouTube at A Farmers Media, on our website at www.afarmers.com. Make sure to click on our website, follow us on our social media accounts. We are here and we are here with you throughout this journey of farming.
I think you're still supposed to explain for us that point so well. But anyway, let's just move to quality feed.
So quality feed, source feed from reputable suppliers. That is another bang. So store feed in a way that prevents mold and contamination. So quality feed, first of all, you have to identify the person whom you are buying the feeds from. There are other people who prefer specific people to buy from, like this. They specify people. This will be my customer. I'm going to be buying my feed from this person because they are quality. If you prefer that particular person and you know that these feeds are quality and your cows have been doing well while consuming this kind of feeds, then continue going to that particular person. Don't just go change just because the other person, another one is cheaper. You know, people prefer cheaper things than
cheap is expensive.
Yeah,
you might be going there to buy cheap feeds, and at the end of the day they were not stored well. They already have molds that people can't see.
Yes.
Juu unaweza pata molds zingine ziko katikati.
Or even they are contaminated. So when buying feeds, make sure that they are quality. Read the prescription, like how I told you before. When you buy something, read the ingredients. What does it contain? Maybe it contains something that will affect your cows. After reading the ingredients carefully, also research on that product. If it is a recommended thing, it is something that other farmers are using and they are doing really well using that thing. If that feed is something that you've been using and it is helping your farmers, then that is a quality feed.
Yes, monitoring external factors is our next subtopic. And under monitoring external factors, we're going to talk about climate and weather monitoring and pest control. So under climate and weather monitoring, being prepared for adverse weather conditions such as extreme heat or cold can help in protecting livestock. This includes providing adequate shade, shelter, and ventilation. So definitely when you monitor the climate and the weather change, you know how you will be handling your animals in terms of where they'll be staying. Definitely in cold weather, you don't want your animals to be just left in the field to be rained on. It's preferable that you put them in a good shelter that has roof, because now that place should be at least warm, because animals are also like human beings. That place should be at least warm. You don't stay in a house when it's raining and your animals are being rained on outside. And then also when it's so hot, you should also ensure that your animal's shed has a roof, because that sun that is hot, when it's your turn when it's your turn that the sun is hitting you, it's so bad. So can you imagine as an animal, when you just leave an animal out there on the sun, it also feels the pain. And under pest control, you should regularly inspect farms for signs of rodent or insect infestations. Pests can transmit diseases and compromise feed and water quality. When you don't visit or observe your farms where you planted your animals' feed, definitely pests and diseases might attack them, and then you'll just be feeding your animals on the feeds that already have pests and diseases, and in one way or the other they'll be affected. So it's better that you regularly inspect the farm so that if at all or in case there are any diseases or pests that have attacked the animal feeds in your farm, you look for a way of handling them or treating them early enough before you give the feeds to your animals.
Yeah, and also look for the signs of any rodents or any other things, because rodents can really torment your animals. For example, you have put maybe maize there for certain type of animals. Let's say what eats maize? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You have placed the maize there for your chickens, and you find that the squirrels comes and it starts, not the squirrel, it's called what? There is another type of I don't know. Let's say the eagles.
Actually, even the squirrels also can eat.
Yeah.
They can also attack maize.
Yeah, so when the squirrel can eat maize, so when you have placed these maize there, maybe for your chicken or for your cows or something, the squirrel can come and eat those things without you knowing, without your knowledge. Yeah, even the rats. So when you take your animals to the field, you don't inspect where they are living or what they are eating. So in that fact, you can find that this food is contaminated. And then disease reporting. You must report what is really happening to your animals. First is prompt reporting. If there is an outbreak of notifiable disease, it is crucial to report it immediately to the relevant authority to prevent wider spread. For example, there was a time there was this disease of it's called what? Pig disease. And you know this disease can spread really fast. There was this disease that was affecting a lot of pigs, and people from different farms that are keeping pigs were being affected, especially those that were near the farm that was affected by that kind of disease. The person did not take the initiative to report this kind of disease to the authorities, the people in charge. So she just continued trying to treat these pigs without notifying the rest of the pig farmers. So with that, the disease spread a lot. It spread wide, and a lot of farmers were getting losses out of it. So it is always good to ensure that you are reporting any sign of disease to the local authority, to the authorities, so that they can know what they should do. If they are going to isolate your pigs and treat them separately, then well and good. And then stay informed. Be aware of any disease outbreaks in nearby areas or regions and take necessary precautions. If you hear that this farmer was affected by a certain type of disease, make sure that you are going to go to obtain that. Make sure that you are obtaining the information, the correct information of what is really happening. Go to that particular farmer, ask them what happened. How does this disease affect the animals? What are the signs and symptoms of this disease? So through that, you are aware of what is really happening in that farm.
I'm trying to imagine if you're a farmer whose animals have a certain type of a disease, and then you're not reporting, and you're just releasing your animals to go and meet with the other animals, and then now all the animals in the village are affected.
Yeah.
What are you feeling when you're sitting?
Yeah.
Are you comfortable in your comfort zone?
Yeah. So animals mix in the fields also. So when you take your sick animals to the fields to mix with the others, and you know that this disease is contagious, what do you want?
I'm also wondering. Anyway.
Yeah, so make sure that you are treating your animals, you are reporting any kind of disease to the authorities. Yeah,
you should be a good farmer that also minds other animals, other farmers' animals.
Yeah, and if you identify that this disease is only affecting my cows, then go and report it, and then stay informed. I'll insist again, stay informed. You can go to social media and see what is trending about the diseases and pest and disease control, and you can go anywhere. Even in the news, you can come across certain things, like maybe, for example, the thing with the caterpillars in Eldoret. I was talking about it on Tuesday, how the caterpillar attacked a lot of farms in Eldoret, and a lot of farmers lost a lot due to that, because it was eating each and every green thing. So the caterpillars were very severe in Eldoret town, where they attacked many farms, and a lot of farmers were very disappointed with what really happened. So with that, they informed the authorities, because they knew the dangers of these kind of things, these kind of pests and diseases, because they knew that when the caterpillar continues spreading, they will mature and become butterflies. When caterpillars become butterflies, they can supply and go to the other areas and then bore another caterpillars. So when they do that, they are going to spread throughout the country, and a lot of farmers will lose, and we will lose as a country, because we depend on farmers for food and any other type of thing.
Okay, moving on, you have regular review and evaluation. Under regular review and evaluation, you have review protocols, and you also have feedback system. So when I talk about review protocols, this is what I mean. Periodically review health management practices and update them based on new research. Because definitely research is always going on, year in, year out. There are different researchers who are trying to find out about something, and they're trying to come up with something new. So you should periodically review the health management and practices based on a new research. Don't focus so much on a research that maybe happened in the 1980s, in the 80s and the 70s. That one might not help so much, because so many things have changed, so many things have grown. So you should focus on the current research when you are reviewing the health management practices. We also have the feedback system. Encourage staff to provide feedback on observed animal behaviors, potential health issues, or suggestions for improvement. If at all you have a shamba boy or a laborer who is trying to take care of your animals, you should encourage them to be reporting to you. If you're not in a position to be observing your animals by yourself, encourage those laborers, your workers, your staff, to be observing those animals for you on your behalf and informing you early enough.
Yeah, and also you should keep records of each and every activity that happens in your farm, so that you can keep track of what is really going on. And then there are other considerations, such as ethical consideration, and one is welfare standards. Adhere to or exceed the recommended animal welfare standards for your region or industry. So if it is recommended that you should do this, then do that. And then there is ethical treatment. Beyond just health, consider the overall well-being and quality of life of the livestock. This includes freedoms from unnecessary pain, fear, and distress. For example, you can't just tell me that you are going to tie all your cows in trees and leave them like that until next time. That is you are, first of all, you are ruining their freedom of movement. They can't move from one place to another. That is giving them stress.
Some animals are just being tied because they are stubborn. Not in all areas that we have belts to put on the necks of the cows. Cows in my area are so stubborn, they have to be tied on a rope.
Yeah, but that is causing the animal distress. Like, you are giving it stress by doing that.
What happens when the animal is stubborn?
Yeah, like they are used to moving around, going to the field, doing what they want. But now if you restrain them, then that is giving them a lot of stress. So sometimes you should minimize how you treat your animals. If you keep like hitting your animal now and then, especially in the field, you are just hungry and decide that I'm going to beat up this animal until it bleeds. That is bad, because you are causing the distress to this type of animal. So you should also minimize how you treat your animals badly. If you are someone who is used to beating these kind of animals, please stop. Especially the donkeys. You find that they are putting very heavy stuff on the donkeys
and still beating them.
Yeah. Like, that is not good, because in our area people use donkeys for transportation, for different types of things, but at least I see they are respecting donkeys at some point. The donkeys are not working. Yes, they don't look after the donkeys, but the people in our area, they don't look after the donkeys. There is no shepherd for donkeys. They just leave the donkeys to go to the field, and then they come back home.
Or they know.
Yeah, they know
the way back home.
Yeah, like they have been trained in a way that they know. They go themselves to the field, and then they come back home themselves, and they come to where they live. Yeah. So it is also good that you consider this kind of animals. For example, donkeys. Donkeys have been given a lot of work.
Yeah.
Like, you find that it is as if it doesn't get tired. Just minimize that. At least give it a rest. Make sure that it is resting, even if it is for 3 hours or a whole day. That will be good enough.
I think when you leave a donkey to rest for a whole day, it will be lazy.
No, I don't think so. Do you think that?
Yeah. Why should a donkey rest for 1 hour?
I don't think so, because donkeys in our area can rest even up to 1 week without doing anything. Yeah, because first of all, we go to fetch water by ourselves, because it is very hard to start again. I don't know, tying all those things on the donkeys and then take them to the river. It is tiring. So, like the mostly people in our area use donkeys for transportation during migration. You know, people in our area, we are pastoralists. We move from one place to another looking for water and pasture. So during the movement, that is when the donkey are in use. That is when you take everything in your house, you put it on the donkey, and then you drive it towards where you are going to move. So that is the only day that they are using the donkeys. The rest of the days, the donkeys are moving freely.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's new. Anyway, we've talked a lot. We promised that we'll be doing part 1 and part 2 of this topic. So
Yeah.
we can't exhaust everything with one show, because there's so much to talk about. Next week, we'll be doing the part 2. Next week on Wednesday, we'll be doing the part 2, and we'll be having an expert in studio. So ensure you tune in so that you get to meet the expert that we'll be talking to, and also I hope that interview will be an interesting one, and just like this show has been. I don't know if you have any final words, Ayan.
Yeah, I will really.
Today was your day.
Yeah, today was my day. I love livestock and I'm a pastoralist. So to all pastoralists outside there, thank you so much for continuing watching this show. Thank you for being pastoralists. And again, to all farmers who are watching us right now, or to all non-farmers, you know, you can find that there is someone who is just watching and he's not interested in farming. I promise you, if you go into farming, I know you will get interested. And thank you so much again for watching us. Thank you for considering, for giving us this time. Thank you. Yeah, that is all I have.
Okay. I'd like to thank our director, Doti, all those who are behind the scenes, all those who enabled this to happen. This was a great show, a mid-morning show, part 1 of our topic, livestock health management. Ensure you tune in next week on Wednesday. I will be having the part 2. And remember, if at all you were with us on our yesterday's show, part 2 is coming tomorrow. I think right now we can't be exhausting these topics, because it will be so unfair when you discuss a very broad topic.
Yeah.
Show. So if you have something that have so much content, we tend to break it down into 2. So I'd like to thank all those our viewers who are with us, our farmers, the potential farmers, those who are still interested in our shows. I'd like to thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate. We really appreciate. We don't take it for granted. This has been the Big Morning Show. I hope you still stream live on our next show. We'll be having the Farm Trade Show with Gyoshe Bogwa and Boss Queen. They'll also have a very interesting topic from 3 to 5. So ensure you tune in from 3 to 5 so that you also be with them, be part of their show from 3 to 5. Yes, and that has been all for today. But before I leave, let me first give you our quote, our proverb of the day. Agriculture is the most healthful, most useful, and most noble employment of a man. I repeat, agriculture is the most healthful, most useful, and most noble employment of a man. Well, that's all we had for you, our viewers, for today in our today's show. I've been your host, Mary Oswero.
And I am Regina Ayanai. Have a lovely evening.